Us help you at more than 5,600 locations nationwide. Deposit required. Restrictions and details in store.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
You know when you have about a billion things to do today, and then you realize you're out of whatever it is that you really need, and next day shipping isn't going to cut it because you really need it in like an hour. Yeah, that's when you turn to Office Depot Office Max. Buy what you need online at OfficeDepot.com or on our app, and pick it up in store for free in just 1 hour, so you can get back to whatever else is lurking on your to-do list. And now save big at the Buy 2, Get 1 free event. That's Buy 2, Get 1 free at Office Depot Office Max. Offer expires February 9th, 2019.
The man and his music. Gordon Lightfoot, live in concert.
You could read my love.
Friday and Saturday, March 15th and 16th, International Theater at Westgate Las Vegas Resort and Casino. Gordon Lightfoot, 80 Years Strong Tour. A night of hit after hit. Tickets are on sale now at the box office and online at WestgateLasVegas.com. Gordon Lightfoot, produced by Danny Salisco Presents.
Hey Vegas, Valentine's Day is right around the corner, and Crumble Cookies has now opened in Las Vegas on Blue Diamond Road, just in time to help you take care of that special person in your life. And you don't even have to leave your house, because noon to midnight delivery in Vegas is what Crumble Cookies is all about. That's right. From late night breaks, sending a box of love, anniversaries, birthdays, whatever the occasion, a warm box of fresh Crumble Cookies is the perfect choice to satisfy anyone's cravings. Try their delicious chocolate chip and frosted sugar. They are always available. Or sink your teeth into one of their weekly specialty flavors on rotation, like cinnamon swirl, macadamia nut, coconut lime, or Nutella, to name a few. You won't be disappointed. Check out Crumble Cookies at Blue Diamond Road on social media for this week's flavors and order today. Crumble Cookies. Delivery is what they're all about.
Dave Koken with John Lyons from Lyons Physical Therapy. So what are the most common injuries you see in your practice?
The primary injuries that we see are general neck and back pain. That's 100% the most frequent injuries we'll see. That can be anything from wear and tear, age-related injuries. We see a lot of work-related injuries where patients lift, bend, or twist the wrong way. These are also associated with car accidents. I would say secondarily, shoulder and knee injuries, anything sports-related or just everyday activities. Those would be the four main injuries that we see.
LionsPTLV.com, 702-476-0222.
Hey, it's JT the Brick. I'm a New Yorker. I know great pizza. Grimaldi's has the best pizza I've ever had. Only at Grimaldi's can you get their famous New York-style coal-fire brick oven pizza. It's the only pizza my family and I ever eat. Check it out, Grimaldi's.
If you need service for your vehicle, there are only two places that make it extremely convenient for you. Visit Busy Boots Automotive at Durango and Flamingo or Zip Zap Auto at Durango and Cheyenne. They provide free diagnosis and free towing with repairs, plus free shuttle service, Wi-Fi, gourmet coffee, and much more. No appointment needed. Open 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. On your first visit, get 10% off up to $50. At your convenience, visit Busy Boots Automotive on Durango and Flamingo or Zip Zap Auto on Durango and Cheyenne.
At Discover, we believe anniversaries should be a time of celebration, not obligation. That's why we think annual fees are ridiculous. And now, just for giving us a try, we're going to give new card members a one-year anniversary gift they'll never forget. At the end of your first year, we'll match all the cash back you've earned dollar for dollar. No caps and no catches, because we know if you try us, you'll like us. And that's worth every penny. Try it and believe it at discover.com/match. Cashback match offer only for new card members. Limitations apply.
On Twitter, follow us at the LV Sports Line and at ESPN 1100.
Hello, friends. This is Thomas Johnson from Joe's Seafood Prime Steak and Stone Crab. Need a great idea for lunch or dinner? Your best bet is Joe's, one of the most popular dining destinations on the Strip. Joe's provides the ideal setting for private parties with accommodations for up to 150 guests. Stop by to see us at the Forum Shops at Caesars and ask for Thomas Johnson, your maitre d'.
Every day is a good day if they can get to Joe's, either for lunch, where they're open at 11:30, or dinner. Great bar if you want to watch the games and have some of the best food in Las Vegas. And, of course, you can't do better than Joe's for your Valentine's Day dinner. Make your reservations now. Don't wait on this one because you know they're going to be at capacity next Thursday, right?
Valentine's Day?
Yeah, the 14th is next Thursday.
I don't know. No one's asked me.
No,
so I don't know what day it is.
It is. So Yeah, don't wait until the 13th to make a reservation. Otherwise, they're going to tell you, sorry. 702-792-9222 is the phone number to do that at Joe's. What do we got, Ralph?
11-5 now, the last 16 for
Pretty
the
good.
Joe's Angles. And this is a game where both sides are just going under. Pistons, 8 straight games under. Not only are 8 straight games under, they've gone under by 10.9 points per game.
Yeah.
The Knicks, 7 straight games under by 11.3 points per game. Knicks made the trade with Dallas. Knicks, last 18 games, they have not topped 45.8% shooting in 18 straight games.
That'll keep you under.
Yeah, it sure will.
Mountain West action tonight. We've got one really good matchup and another one that's kind of interesting because it's one of the older Mountain West rivals, an original Mountain West rivalry, if you will. And we'll talk about that one first. We'll leave the real good game for second. San Diego State whacked New Mexico in the first meeting. You want to look at this and say, okay, I want to get the Lobos in a revenge situation here, and I can see why based on that. But, boy, it is tough to back this New Mexico team right now. The Lobos are really bad. Okay, I mean, the last couple of weeks have not been good for UNLV and New Mexico, notably, because they've both been exposed as kind of bad basketball teams. And I don't know if I can take New Mexico here. I don't think I want San Diego State at the price. And I do think the revenge motive is meaningful, but they're just not playing at a level that I can back them at. So to me, I think it'd probably be Aztecs or nobody, and I decided on nobody.
I can't agree with you more, Dave. And you look at current form. New Mexico, their last 3 games, they shot 35.5, 39.7, and 31.9%.
This is not a team with good chemistry. They've had it's been an issue for them all season long, and I know Paul Ware's a good coach. He showed that last year, and he showed it at New Mexico State previous to that. But he just has not been able to get this team on the same page.
Yeah, and then you look at San Diego State. While they're much more up-tempo under, than they were in the past.
Right.
In the second year of Dutcher. But the defense, the last 3 games, last 7 games, they've held 5 of the 7 to 39% or less. They have some of that San Diego State coming back. They're off 3 straight wins. Yes, they were only UNLV, yes, Air Force, and yes, San Jose State. But those were 3 games that they won by 15 or more. They weren't stretched. They were able to play their bench, and they started to play very good defense. So coming in, that's the only way I could go is to play the Aztecs.
The main event in the Mountain West tonight is in Fresno. This is a good one. Utah State and Fresno State, and I wonder if it'll be a rerun of the first game, which was a real thriller. And I think it was the only time Fresno State led in the game. They might have had a very early lead of 1 or 2 points. I don't remember that part, but I do remember the end of the game. Fresno State gets the last bucket and wins it by 1 after trailing basically the entire second half. So this is a big revenge spot for Utah State. And the one thing that's happened with Fresno, they're really not a very good offensive basketball team in terms of what they run. They settle for too many threes. They've got 3-ballitis. They just that they don't create offense on the inside. And I think that's something that's starting to catch up with them a little bit. And Hudson's going to have to find a way to get more variance in the offense, because if they keep settling for threes, it's fine when you're making those shots, but if you're having an off night, you don't have a way to win the game. I think Utah State is the better basketball team at this point in revenge. Unfortunately, it got priced that way. I was really hoping that Utah State would come the dog in this game, maybe 1 or 2. I knew it wasn't going to get more than that, but they didn't come the dog at all. It opened pick'em. It has gone to Utah State -2. Kind of priced me out of the game, but push comes to shove, I would take the Aggies here.
Both 7-2 in conference play, both chasing Nevada. They, you look at, the offense and defensive efficiencies. Utah State's superior by far, both sides of the ball. 60-29 compared to 129-45. And then, in that Wager Talk college basketball guide I did, I have conference stats with points per game and rebounds per game difference. Utah State in conference play plus 7.8 rebounds per game. Fresno State plus 2.1, a huge rebounding edge for Utah State. I think they do get it done. I think they're the way they're playing, they are the much better team, and playing them with revenge, I like them.
I think they have begun to establish themselves as the number 2 team in the conference. And the interesting thing is this is a massive game for Utah State as far as their at-large possibilities are concerned, because it is very possible the Mountain West will get a second team into the tournament this year. I think if you'd have said that at the beginning of the year, it's like, you're crazy, it's going to be one and done. But with the abysmal season that the Pac-12 is having, I really think that.
I think what do you want? Utah State or Arizona State? I mean, it's, if you're comparing the teams that are second best in the conference,
this would be a massive win for Utah State if they can get it on the road. This would really enhance their position. So, you can look at that in two ways. Number one, it's an obvious incentive to go along with the revenge. But number two is it's also a lot of pressure.
Yeah.
And that sometimes can work against the team. But we're in agreement that the lean here at least would be on Utah State. How about something else that you might be looking at?
A couple of notes that are just interesting. I did a tweet earlier today, and Pittsburgh is a far better team than Wake Forest in ACC action tonight.
Everybody is. Danny Manning is way over his head.
But, an interesting thing that I tweeted out, Pittsburgh has lost 19 straight road games.
Ooh.
I cannot play a young team with a first-year head coach. Yes, he's bringing that Duke work ethic to the Panthers. But until you learn to win on the road, I cannot back that team in a pick-em, let alone an away favorite situation. Again, 19 straight road losses for the Panthers.
Here's the flip side. Does that mean you like Wake Forest?
No.
Okay.
It just means
that's important.
I like Pittsburgh, but I cannot play them.
I get it. Yep.
And another game, which is a huge series history, and I did play this team. It's a little bit different. Auburn, we remember Auburn the last 2 years being a very good team, but prior to that, they were the dredge of the SEC. Well, they were one of the worst three teams.
Yeah, and then Bruce Pearl arrived, and some players, some players started arriving as well.
The series against Florida tonight, they've lost 11 straight.
Ooh.
They've lost 20 straight conference regular season games against Florida, and they lost 20 of 21 overall. 12 games ago, they won in the SEC tournament. But last year when Bruce Pearl had this good team, they only played Florida once, and it was on the road. This is the first time they now get this Florida team at home. And everyone talks about Auburn and their fast-paced offense. Their defense right now, they're number one in the country in steals. They had double-digit steals each of the last two games. Florida does have a very good senior point guard, but they start three other freshmen. Right, and they just cannot keep up. Florida's only played 3 other top 20 offenses this year, and they lost to all 3 handily and didn't cover. So I think Florida, no matter what, on the road, cannot have enough offense to keep up with Auburn.
No, I agree with you. I didn't play the game, and I reluctantly passed it. And Auburn actually maybe a little buy sign in their last game, which was a very good performance by the Tigers. They had been struggling prior to that. But Florida, the more I watch them, the more I'm convinced they're actually not an NCAA tournament team. And right now they're very much on the bubble. So it's a really huge game for the Gators, because if they can win this, it would really enhance their possibilities. If they lose it, it's not terribly damaging. The problem is they just are having so much problems creating offense. And you've seen it in almost every game. And really, honestly, they should never have beaten Ole Miss. That was a mistake by Kermit Davis at the end of regulation that allowed that game to go into overtime. He should have fouled. He didn't. Florida hit a 3 and then won it in overtime. But you take away that win, the Gators, they're having trouble getting to the winner's circle right now. So, yeah, I think Auburn's the right side in this game. I'm with you there, Ralph.
Their road wins against Arkansas and Georgia, and if anyone follows the SEC, those teams are at the bottom and turn the ball over often against a good defensive team. Auburn doesn't have that issue.
We'll take a break. We haven't talked about him yet. We touched on him briefly with Jeff Sherman, but we'll get more into the marquee matchup of the night, the Golden Knights at Tampa Bay next.
The Las Vegas Sportsline.
Wow, look at these roses. They're gorgeous.
Happy Valentine's Day, honey.
Oh, thank you. Guys, this Valentine's Day, you can order like a pro with gorgeous roses from Pro Flowers. She'll be thrilled when you surprise her with roses. And right now, you can get her a stunning bouquet of 12 assorted roses with a free glass vase for $24.99 plus shipping and handling. Just go to proflowers.com, click the blue microphone, and enter secret code 1122. These gorgeous roses are guaranteed to stay fresh and beautiful for at least 7 days. Plus, pick a delivery date and it's guaranteed. Time is running out, so hurry to get 12 assorted roses with a free glass vase starting at $24.99 plus shipping and handling. Beautiful flowers, amazing prices. You'll be a Valentine's Day pro. The only way to get this incredible deal is to go to proflowers.com, click the blue microphone in the upper right corner, and enter secret code